idea to take off my shoes.
Yeah, but it was my idea to walk on the beach.
You had no way of knowing that that part of the beach was all rocks.
I'm sorry that you're in that kind of pain.
It's okay. I'll live. Of course, I may not be able to wear my shoes tomorrow.
Is there anything I can do?
No, it's all right, really. It was worth it.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I know somebody that's very tired.
But very happy.
I'm glad.
Thank you very much. I had a wonderful time tonight.
So did I. Thank you.
Peter, it's ready and waiting.
Mom, I can't find any socks.
I thought you were going to wash last night.
That's right, but I just lost one sock from each pair.
Well, why didn't you sort them after you washed them?
Well, no time.
Well, let me see.
That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. It's all right.
Hey, these are dirty clothes. You didn't do the laundry
I
last
know.
night.
I was conserving energy.
Yeah, your own. Listen, I'll go upstairs and get the socks. You dish out your breakfast.
Okay.
Oh, Peter, get that. It's probably Liz.
All righty. Coming.
Oh.
Hi, Liz.
Good morning, Peter. How you doing?
Okay.
Good. Looks like the Hummel's dog is announcing my arrival.
That guy, he announces everything from falling leaves to burglars. Shut up! Harley! Cut it out!
Peter, get in here.
Hi, Terry.
Oh, Liz, hi. What's the good news you had to tell me?
Well, I was going to wait until things settled down around
This
here.
is as settled as it gets.
Oh.
Look, I gotta get my shoes. Mom, I think something died on the stove.
Go on.
Well, we sold the store.
Liz, that's great.
Oh, I am so relieved. And we got back everything we put into it. Beth is buying it for Jill.
Oh, now Jeff can use the money to go to graduate school.
Oh, yeah, among other things. Listen, you said you had some good news yourself today. What?
Hey, what about breakfast?
You eulogized it on the way out.
That's my breakfast?
You need variety, Peter.
Oh, Mom. This is the punishment I get for not doing the laundry, huh?
Oh, it's hot farina. Haven't you ever heard of farina?
Sure, yeah, once in the Little Rascals, I think.
Why don't you just dish it out and eat it up? It's bad enough that I have to prepare food for a boy your age.
Hey, that's subject to change in the near future.
Terry, listen, what were you so excited about this morning?
Jason.
Peter.
Jason Prescott. Jason Prescott.
Liz, let's continue our conversation in the living room, shall we?
Okay.
Hey, can I put maybe cinnamon and sugar on this? Or
You can put whatever you want on that. I just want to see it all eaten before I come back.
Okay. All right. Harley! Come on! Come on, Charles! There you go, baby. Come on! Yeah, that's good stuff. Check this out, Charlie.
It sounds like Peter was hitting pretty close to home when he started singing about Jason Prescott.
Oh, I don't know, Liz. I had a really good time with Jason last night.
So, you two are back on speaking terms.
Well, we're on terms even better than speaking.
You didn't?
Just a kiss goodnight.
Terry, what was it like? Oh, listen to me. I sound like a high schooler.
Liz, it was nice. It was...
Habit forming?
Oh, come on, stop it. I'm going to not tell you any more romantic tales.
Oh, Terry.
Besides, I've got enough other things to worry about.
Really?
Yeah. Liz, you're not going to believe this, but Dina Greeley was doing some legal research for me on the deed to Mother's house. She found out Nancy owns half the house.
Terry,
I know. It's unbelievable. You see, the house was jointly owned by my mother and my father. And in my father's will, he left his half to Nancy. So I'm waiting on a ruling right now from Judge Slaymaker.
Oh, Terry. I can't believe it.
Hey, gotta go pick up Gil. See you later.
What about
Bye,
the
Liz.
plate, Peter?
Huh?
Plate.
Licked clean. See. Hey, where were you?
Oh.
I was supposed to pick you up this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rode in with my dad.
Now, what are you reading?
Well,
Oh.
my dad's got his inspirational magazines. I've got mine. Hey, look at this. Doesn't this look like Vicky?
Knock it off.
Oh, really?
They
Look
all
at
look alike to me.
Hey, don't scare me like that. It'd be a nightmare if they all started looking alike.
Hey, come on, let's go to the site.
Wait a minute, I'm site foreman. I'll make decisions like that. Come on, have a seat. Enjoy the air conditioning. Here, enjoy this.
I just read the articles.
For once in my life, I believe that. I do.
Hey, look, tell me how the horse show with Vicky went.
I took Dina.
Vicky couldn't make it?
Oh, she probably could have, but I changed my mind.
You dumped Vicky?
Listen, I called her up and canceled it, okay? Guys, why don't you just ask me how Dina liked the horse show?
You go through more girls than I do flavors of ice cream.
Well, actually, I think I've had more than 31. 36 is more my number. Get it?
Let's get to work.
Gosh, I don't know what's bugging you, Peter. What, is it Vicky?
You treat her so terrible, I don't know how she's even interested in you.
Oh, come on, lighten up, will you? She loves it. She's a pretty girl, but she's not my style, She's dull.
Doll?
Yeah.
She's probably the smartest girl I know.
I didn't mean she was an airhead doll. I meant she was like a Rhodes Scholar doll, I mean, last week she spent 45 minutes explaining the president's fiscal policy as it relates to the third world countries. Man, it was so...
I guess you'd rather her tell you how great you are, huh?
Come on, you're knocking on the wrong door, Davidson. I'm sorry that every girl that I meet doesn't live happily ever after, okay? There's a winner and a loser, and you're not going to be able to protect Vicky from that. Come on. You're worse than a little brother.
I've reached a decision concerning the ownership of your mother's house, Terry. I have to let the will stand. Legally, Nancy Lawson owns half of that house and property.
You double-checked the origin and the validity of the deed?
Dina, trust me, I have pored over every document related to the house. Now, I know better than anyone else the grief that property has caused the Davidson family. But every document naming Nancy Lawson as co-owner is legally sound. Don't look at me like that. I can't apologize for the proper course of justice.
I don't question the decision. I'm only worried about the Redlands.
The house can't be sold without Nancy's permission?
No. And any revenues that come from the sale or lease of that property should be equally divided.
Then if Nancy wants to get technical about this, and that's one of her favorite pastimes, she could charge the Redlands back rent.
I don't think there's going to be a problem there. Since Nancy's accident, she's been unusually kind.
Unusual is right.
Now listen, I'm fully aware of the Redlands' involvement here, and I'm going to protect their interest until the two sisters can come to an agreement. Let's not go looking for trouble.
Miriam, it's so good to see you.
Hi, Daddy. I just came by to pick up a few of my things.
Oh, good, but you can talk for a little while, can't you?
Well, a little, sure.
Well, I'm on kind of a schedule myself. The nurse gets here today, and then I'm going to be leaving to pick Nancy up at the hospital in about a half an hour. My, you just look radiant. And by contrast, you are permitted to tell me how tired I look.
Well, you have been through a lot.
Well, I know a way that will help to make that much better. Miriam, I want you to move back here.
Well, I appreciate that, but no.
Now, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I know that the family you're living with is very pleasant and all that, but you don't belong there. You should be here with your family.
Well, in the first place, Nancy wouldn't want me here. I can't say that I want to be around her. Not just now when things are finally coming into focus.
You're not making too much sense.
Daddy, I went to church on Sunday, and while I was there, I made a decision.
Now, I know where you're heading. Now, all of us are very prone to making resolutions when we're weathering some difficult times.
But this was not a resolution. It was just surrender. Well, you see, I've given my life to Jesus. So from now on, I'm going to try to obey his word.
Then there was no coercion on the part of your so-called friends.
No, just love.
Conditional love, I'd imagine. They were all steering you in that direction.
Daddy, you see, the decision was all my own.
And now it's unthinkable for you to come back and live with Nancy and me.
Well, that's because I need time to grow.
Well, I have to go pick Nancy up. You'll grow, Mem. You'll grow right out of this phase and become that girl that I love so much. When you do, I'll be here, ready to take you back.
I love you, Daddy.
Here we go. Home at last.
And there she is.
Oh, Judy, you're nice and on time.
Here, let me take her.
All right, fine.
You and I are going to be good friends.
Charles, who is this woman?
Oh, I'm Judy Westfall, the nurse that your husband hired for you.
Mrs. Lawson and I are not married.
Oh? Oh.
Nancy, if you need anything, be sure to call on Judy right away. Her credentials are just A1 and her references are excellent.
Cooking, cleaning, any medical problem. I'm quite capable in all areas, especially conversation.
Marvelous.
You know, Nancy, this type of physical impairment can seem overwhelming at first. But I've worked with countless patients who have discovered in time the many hidden blessings of such a condition.
Oh, yes. I mean, already I'm a cinch to find a parking place, right?
Judy, would you mind bringing in the rest of Nancy's belongings from the car, please? And you'll find an overnight bag on the back seat.
Oh, gladly.
Good, thank you.
Charles, you must be crazy hiring her.
Nancy, I'm going to take care of you whenever I have free time, but when I'm not available, Judy can fill in.
Charles?
Yes, in here.
I hope you know that woman there rifling through the back seat of your car.
That's the nurse I hired for Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Hope you're feeling better.
Charles, could you please ask him to leave? I mean, it's bad enough that I have Mary Poppins shadowing me around. I don't need visitors like him.
Well, look, you left 5 messages at my office. I tried to call you back, but every time I called, you weren't there.
Well, that's because my office is here now. I'm going to work at that desk from now on, and tomorrow all my telephone calls will be forwarded here from the office, although Nancy will have her own phone, of course.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, whenever we got to get together, maybe we could do it over lunch someplace.
Sounds perfect.
I've got the bag. I'll just take it up to Nancy's room and then go and shop for dinner.
All right, thank you.
We're having roast beef.
Sounds delicious.
Campaigns again.
Yes.
When posters grow out of boarded windows and pollsters stalk the city streets.
Ooh, the air's getting thicker there, Jason.
Yeah, and every time it does, I'm plagued with the same embarrassing problem.
Oh, yeah?
I know it's bad, but I gotta talk with somebody besides my kids. Gene, you ever see men that win campaigns and what they do on election night?
Well, I've covered more campaign victories than I can count. Why?
Yeah. And who's always around them?
Well, the family, the kids, and the wife.
Yeah.
Look, you've proven that you can win without embodying the great American family image.
Yeah. And how ungratifying it can be after you've won.
Jason, now come on, you're not thinking about dropping out.
Nah. I love the work, Gene. It's just that sometimes when I get to talking to all those crowds of people, even my own voters, why, loneliest place in the world.
Well, then great. I'm going to get on the phone and find your wife before the polls come out.
4 years since Corrine died. I thought the first year would be the roughest. But I guess I was wrong.
Hey, Jace. Look, buddy, I hate to play amateur psychologist, but, you know, when I was single, I remember when I was feeling really alone was when I was in love with a girl. but it wasn't so bad when there really wasn't anyone out there in the field that interests me.
Bingo.
Terry Davidson.
Keep waiting for my feelings to pass, you know, thinking that it's some kind of a crush. Terrible term, I know, but what else can I call it?
You think there's anything there?
I don't know, Gene. I don't know what I feel.
But Jace, look, it's not like she's the first woman you've ever dated, huh?
Certainly not. Just another one in a million. But that's what scares me. I keep thinking that she might be the one in a million. The one I've been praying for.
Miriam, you have a visitor.
Be right down.
Now, you just come right in here, Laurie. I'm so glad you could stop by.
How's your house guest doing?
Oh, I'll just let her tell you. But you know, you'll never believe it. Or should I say the time for believing has finally borne fruit.
Miriam, well, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Well, go on, tell her. I can hardly hold it in much longer.
Tell me what? Well, I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior.
When?
At church on Sunday.
You don't know how long I've waited to hear this.
Well, knowing you, yes. I think it's probably ever since that day I barged into the restaurant accusing you of seeing Paul.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, that was about the most ridiculous thing I ever did. And here we are just laughing about it.
Because it's over and past. If anyone be in Christ, they are a new creation.
Yeah. You know, my being in Christ is really thanks to God just working through you, because you're the one that planted the seed, Lori. I remember, even back in that courtroom, when I looked at you, I saw that you had something that I didn't have. And that made me so angry at the time.
Well, he's yours now.
Yeah, thank God. You know, seriously, though, without your love and forgiveness, I never really understood how God really works.
Well, you must be Nancy's sister. She said you were coming over.
Terry Davidson.
I'm Judy Westfall, Nancy's nurse.
Ah, respectable profession.
Well, come in. I'll go and get our patient. And here she is.
Welcome home.
Hi, Terry. It's nice of you to visit. Goodbye.
Well, if you need anything, just call.
She seems sweet.
Oh, yeah, like cotton candy dipped in honey. I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. It's just I'm in such pain. It makes me so irritable, Terry.
Well, you must be happy to be home.
Yes, I am. Charles is here, and of course I've got that bunch of cotton candy to help me out.
Nancy, this is all very unnecessary, you know.
What do you mean?
You could stay at my house.
Are you serious?
Well, I'm more than capable of handling any medical emergency, and I could ask Peter to stay around a bit more.
Oh, I wouldn't want to put you through that.
Well, to be honest, I can't believe I'm making the offer, our pasts being what they are, but lately you've been very considerate, and if you're willing to start over, then I am too.
Is it my living with Charles that bothers you, Terry?
Well, I must say I don't approve of that, but I don't love you any less, and no, that's not why I'm asking.
Well, Mrs. Davidson, I'm glad you're here. I just had a telephone conversation with my lawyer.
He's talked with Judge Slaymaker?
Well, it seems that we have some things to discuss.
Charles, Terry has asked me to come live with her.
Oh, really?
I don't mean to intrude, Mr. Carpenter, but we are sisters.
Half-sisters.
Oh, Charles, don't get so huffy. She's just trying to be nice.
Well, it's a very wonderful gesture, but Nancy wants to stay here.
Maybe Nancy could make that choice on her own.
She made that choice when she was released from the hospital. If she'd wanted to stay with you, she would have indicated that.
He's very possessive, Terry. Charles, I'm very tired. I'd like to lie down.
All right, well, I'll call Judy.
Oh, no, that's all right, please.
Judy, would you come and get Nancy, please? Thank you. I have to stay here and talk with Mrs. Davidson.
Well, the roast beef looks delicious. Are you staying for dinner, Mrs. Davidson?
No, thank you.
Oh, strawberry shortcake for dessert.
I've already made plans, thank you.
Okay. Well, Nancy, let's go. It's time for our nap.
Thanks for coming by, Terry. Bye-bye.
Well, Mrs. Davidson, it appears that Judge Slaymaker has ruled in our behalf. Nancy owns 50% of the house that you are currently leasing to the Redlands.
I've already discussed that matter with Nancy in the hospital.
Not before the decision was handed down. And I realize that Nancy was very agreeable, but it's now obvious to me that she has more on her mind than real estate.
So you're taking over?
I'm just protecting her interests, that's all.
Mr. Carpenter, you tried to rule your daughter's life and you failed. Please don't make the same mistake with Nancy.
Mrs. Davidson, you are collecting rents on a house in which Nancy is 50% owner. I expect reimbursement of all back rents retroactive to be paid immediately.
There she is, the newly crowned patron saint of psychopaths and cripples.
I was hoping we could talk.
I'm up to here with pity.
All I want to do is help.
Yeah, and charity, too. Leave, Miriam. I've already heard about your sanctimonious role reversal, so spare me the first-hand details. It only just goes to prove what I've always thought about Terry Davidson anyway, that whatever she's got is contagious and fatal.
Nancy, I'm praying for you.
I don't want or need your prayers. Get out of here.